was growing up with that kind of will or desire or wish, because I'm viewing other writers in my family. My grandfather and my father were writers also, and I've been seeing them since I was a kid. And this is what I had. I mean, I was always dreaming to do it, and I'm doing it finally, and I'm enjoying it.
And getting to combine
I have a book each year, almost now.
Yeah, this is what I was going to say. You're prolific. You write fast.
Luckily enough, yes.
Yeah.
I can write a book in a week, which happened to my last book. I published a book last year on artificial intelligence, and it was written in probably 10 days. It was very fast.
But is that like?
But not always.
9 a.m. till 6 p.m. solid writing, or?
No. There is. I mean, probably the process of writing now, it is becoming a little bit more slow. Probably might because of age. I don't know. I mean, I used to write even 10 pages a day. And now it goes from 1 to 2, when I'm very lucky, 3.
Yeah.
My mind is working on other things. This is how I explain it.
Do you ever get writer's block? I get it sometimes. Some days I can write 10,000 words. I can do it. It just pours out of me. And then other days,
10,000.
like I'm writing a book at the moment and I just can't find the words.
It happens.
Yeah. How do you deal with it?
If you do it frequently, I mean, it gets kind of habit. It's like walking or like eating. I mean, you have to eat every day because it's a kind of habit. And writing is like that. If you do it every day, you will do it every day again.
So I kind of have to force myself a bit.
Yeah, and just have to distract yourself from other things.
Yeah.
Distraction is the only enemy of
difficult in election season and with a 5-year-old. Now, looking back at your career and all these various sort of areas you've excelled in and worked in, what is the legacy you want to leave? You know, what's the purpose?
It's too early for me to talk about legacy. Do I look so?
No, not at all. But, you know, okay, I am 38. I hope that I leave something that my daughter's proud of, you know, and that will inspire her to remain in the country. That's my reason for doing what I do. So I don't think we're too old to think about, you know, what the intention behind our work is, you know, how we might be remembered.
Books, I mean, this is what I like. I want to have plenty of books so people could read them and my kids say, yeah, our father was a good writer.
Well, actually, I think your books, I mean, have certainly been a bit prophetic. The one, Complotti, for example. You haven't read it, yeah? I've read some of it, but I'm struggling because it's in Albania at the moment. But I know the story. I know. I know the story.
If I still was in the Euronews, I would ask from you to make the podcast in Albanian. You have to do it someday.
I should.
You should do it someday.
But what about the foreign viewers?
You have to do subtitles. Subtitles, yeah.
But I do a mix. I do, you know, when I go out and do interviews.
Anyway, about Complotti.
Yes, tell me. Because you wrote about this and...
You were the Libra, you told me.
I remember.
At the Libra ship yesterday.
But then a few weeks later, this, I don't know if it was a few weeks or a few months later, that deal with Italy was signed about, you know, more migrants coming. And it was really interesting from my point of view as well. You know, I've grown up in a multicultural society. We have Asian mayors and we've had Asian prime ministers and everything, you know. But this idea of having maybe an Afghan origin mayor or politician and this intercultural mixing is very alien here.
Yeah, this is one of the few cases when photography helps writing. I was going in Shenzhen 3 years ago to make pictures of some Afghan living there. Because, you know, when the Taliban took Afghanistan in 2021, to 2021, August, the Americans left Afghanistan. And they took with them thousands of Afghanis being teachers or being spies or being people working for the embassies, working for them. Because they were afraid if they kept them, I mean, the Taliban kept them, they'll kill them and they'll take information from them. So they took them 3,000, I don't know, maybe more. Not too many countries accepted the Afghanis at that time. The Albanian government did well, and they accepted them. And some 2,000 probably were living in Shenzhen, in the hotels of Shenzhen. Americans were paying, and they're still living there.
Yeah.
And what they do there is they don't work, but their kids are sent to school.
Yes.
So the main school of Shenzhen is divided into 2 terms. I mean, by midday, the Albanians go there. By afternoon, the Afghanis go. This is how they share the same school. And I was picturing girls and boys and women and men there, and talking to them, and talking to Albanians living in Shenzhen. I was thinking, what happens if America doesn't take them?
Yeah.
And it's happening.
Which is happening.
Which is happening because Trump decided not to take them anymore. So he froze this process of vetting, and they are still there.
Yes.
Some hundreds, I don't know.
More have come, actually. It's acted as a pull factor.
So taking pictures from them, I was thinking, if they remain in Albania and they have very, they give birth to many children now. So their birth rate is 1 to 4, from 1 to 5. Ours is decreasing. 1 to 1.3 or 0.6. So if they stay in Shenzhen, what happens in 20 years? They'll become a majority.
Yeah.
And if they become a majority, the mayor will be Afghani. This is how my book was taking some light.
And what was the reaction?
So I created the book by taking pictures, by photography. There.
What was the reaction to that? I can imagine there were a few, you know, it's a touchy subject. Albanians are very proud to be Albanian, and this idea of this sort of ethnic mixing and having a mayor that's maybe I can imagine not everyone reacted.
Yeah, the book explains this. I mean, the book explains how the two communities tried to emerge, but they couldn't.